up, y'all? This your boy Darian America, the United States champion of justice, fixing America's issues one state at a time. We back, baby. I know it's been a little while, but I'm here with you. Glad to be with you. Glad to be doing this thing, y'all. Hey! This sponsored in part by Awesome 90.9 WSLK, the American Silk Radio Network, where it's always all silk all the time. Sponsored in part by Karaoke in Bronzeville, y'all. Friday on August the 9th with Fabian Soul, featuring your boy D Silk. I'll be running the ones and twos for him, and Fabian Soul will be doing everything he can down in Bronzeville, man. August the 9th. Make sure you are following along. Fabian Soul is always doing something good. You know, that's my guy, man. Me and him, he's been in the industry for a long time. Radio personality, independent musical artist. We got to be that way, y'all, because now I don't know what music is going to be like the way that we've kind of witnessed things going on. And really, that's the state we're covering today. What state are we covering? The state of remembrance. We got to remember some stuff, y'all, because those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. So, definitely great to be back with you. Your boy Darian America survived my 50th birthday, man. I'm 50 years old now. Yeah. You know, I was looking at, I just happened to be chancing through the channels, you know, as you're scrolling through. And Drew Barrymore, anybody knows me, they know I don't like Drew Barrymore. I mean, I love her from Charlie's Angels, and I love the quirkiness of Drew Barrymore. But a whole damn show? No. Drew does not need to be on the air. She needs to be where I'm at, in cyberspace. You know, we do this stuff on the internet, but we got millions upon millions of people who have access to us, but we may only have 10 or 20 that chime in. I mean, right now, my Facebook feed, ain't nobody chimed in yet, but I'm still talking because the sound of one hand clapping makes a lot of noise. If you hit it a lot, it really don't. But, man, I don't mess with Drew Barrymore. Unless she doing Charlie's Angels and her and my girl, man, I'm forgetting all their names. I let you know when you get old, your mind starts to fail you. Cameron Diaz and Lucy Liu, boy, them some beautiful women right there. I like the women for them anyway. I just like dope women, and they kind of dope. And I thought Drew Barrymore was dope too, but then I did remember that she was married to Tom Green, right? Got hit the baby, you know, the little baby making the face. He'd be like, something stinky. I don't know. That's Tom Green and Drew Barrymore. I bet the room smelled. Stop it. Okay. But we kicking it, man. What is the state that we're covering today? Going through the state of remembrance. I wanted to touch on that a little bit because, man, we lost a gang load of celebrities at one time, man. They was just dropping like flies, and I know that it's been kind of like that, you know, these past couple of years. Wow. But Malcolm Jamal Warner, dude, Malcolm Jamal Warner was the first son. He was the American son. I mean, Bill Cosby put together a beautiful show, man. I know we got issues with what Bill did, and you know, until you have been convicted, and Bill got convicted of stuff, and Bill did time, you know. But damn, Malcolm Jamal Warner, he was honestly, and when I saw that come across the screen, I was like, whoa, because a lot of people, they kind of said I looked a little bit like Malcolm Jamal Warner back in high school. I mean, I was like Theo. You know, I was the average African-American child, male child, going through high school. Theo was kind of paving the way, man, because, you know, we had Justine, and Justine was beautiful. And I love that episode when Bill, you know, of course, Dad, Heathcliff, had my man Theo put a whole bunch of goop on his face, and you know, and had him sitting there talking about, I will be better than Justine, I want Justine, and, you know, and walked out the room on him and made him think, because it's like, I don't know how you get teenagers to, like, process properly now. It'd be like, man, what the wrong with you? You whippersnapper, you shake them in the air. Well, we have today where abuse to children is not accepted. So children should not be spanked. They should not be hit with things. And children, you should always just love them and adore them and understand that they can do things a little bit differently. And you have to nurture them and guide them and make sure that they're walking the path of the straight and the narrow. I can say this, man. I mean, I think I'm a damn good dad, let me tell it. I wasn't one who spanked my kids a lot. I mean, you know, you can't admit that stuff out loud now, because if you say it to the wrong people and the wrong people hear you, they're going to be like, oh, you abusing your kids, your babies, you abused your babies, you got to go to jail for abusing your babies. Some people do need to go to jail for abusing their children. But, I spanked my both. Well, I'm the father of twins. If you know me, you know I got twins, a boy and a girl. And I swear, I'm so proud of them and I love them tremendously. And really, when you hear somebody say, to hurt you hurts me more, oh my God, to spank them, and I maybe smacked my son 5 times on his butt. You know, I hit my daughter maybe 3 times on her butt when they was little kids, you know, doing stuff that they need to get their ass whooped for. Oh my God, that tore me into pieces. If you know me, and you know the type of person I am, I'm not violent. I'm not one for beating people up. Even though I am a member in good standing of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, because Phi Beta Sigma is a non-hazing organization. And I will definitely wait if anybody wants to challenge that. And I'm a 32nd degree Mason. I am 1 1/3 degree away from being a 33 1/3 degree Mason. So heavy is the head that wears the crown. And why do I mention that? Because some people have this idea that Masons abuse each other. And that Sigmas abuse people that want to be Sigmas that are trying to become Sigmas. Well, we don't do that stuff, man. So just let it go, okay? If you don't want to be a Greek, don't be. If you don't want to be a Mason or an Eastern Star, don't be. These are just means for people to come together to do community service. And I am very proud when I don my Phi Beta Sigma and I'm doing work out there, culture for service, service for humanity. That's the Phi Beta Sigma, our catchphrase. That's what we use. It's not giving away any secrets. And if you walked up to a Sigma that says culture for service, service for humanity, he'll say, absolutely. Probably shake your hand and be like, yeah, you want to be a Sigma or something? I don't know. Ain't nobody came to me and said that, other than a Sigma. It was funny, man. I had one I see, hey, what up, Sonny? I see you out there. Yep, you know, sometimes I jump out the velvet rope because even though I am doing a podcast and I'm a radio guy traditionally, I goes off the cuff. So I'm looking at my feed and I see my dog, my man Keith Russell. What up, Sonny? We got to get the butcher of karaoke back, man. I know you be doing stuff, bro, and we gonna definitely link up. If you know, you know. And Sonny like, say less. But man, remembrance is what I'm going through because we lost a lot of people recently. You know, Malcolm Jamal Warner, that punched me in my chest because, like I said, people used to accuse me of looking like Theo back in the day. I mean, I take that compliment. You know, I was box head. They said I looked like Will Smith. I was in the lounge. Let me see. I can't remember which one exactly, but they was calling me Christopher Williams. Like, you look more like Christopher Williams. I was like, oh, wow. So don't wake me. I'm dreaming. Shit, I ain't dreaming about nothing right now. Wake my ass up because today is crazy, man. I was standing in my hallway yesterday. I was getting ready to come out and do some stuff. You know me. I'm always ripping and running. So, Kenny, what you got your little eyebrow up for? What you got issues down? and that's it. No, you wasn't a vegetable plate. You was a fruit bowl. I remember you. You might have been a vegetable plate too. And you know that's how karaoke get out, man. D-Mac rest his soul. But you know, fruit bowl, y'all was beautiful. I love y'all. It was like we still beautiful. We just ain't on fruit bowls all the time. But y'all still fruit bowls. I remember you, girl. So don't be running your little eyebrow whipping me. But in any event, man, yeah. Remembrance. You gotta think about stuff, man. It's okay to sit back and pontificate over the things that you've been through in your lifetime. You know, stuff that you done dealt with. And Malcolm Jamal, I see you say she was a veggie plate, huh? You wasn't no fruit bowls, Akina. That's okay, mommy. You can, yeah, I miss Drew too, real talk. A lot of stuff that I do today, Drew was pioneered for kicking that off. So, man, you know, when I was, because of course you hear a lot of people throwing stuff out to me. Malcolm Jamal, that hurt, you know. Like I said, people used to tell me I look like Malcolm Jamal Warner. And, you know, you kind of took that. So when I saw that come across the screen, and then this is what really kind of got under my skin about Malcolm's passing, because it had nothing to do with him. You got people talking about all these damn conspiracy theories. Well, you know, Malcolm Jamal Warner, he allegedly drowned in he was trying to save his... Look, dude. And then the guy, he used to date the girl that played Justine, and she was a healthy woman. Then all of a sudden, she died of stomach cancer, and now, 30 years later, Malcolm Jamal drowned in... Ooh, buddy, you know I go ham in a heartbeat. And I'm going to go ham after I get off this call. I got some people to curse out today. But that ain't got nothing to do with y'all. And you may hear about it because, you know me, I'm a radio guy, and I like to be personable, and I might tell y'all about it. So, Look, I don't believe that the passing of Malcolm Jamal Warner had anything to do with the passing of the lady, and I can't remember her name right now, that played Justine, his girlfriend, on the Cosby Show back then. I mean... Shit happens to people, man. Nobody can tell if you got... I know I ain't got stomach cancer right now. I don't, even though I've been to the doctor and I stared the doctor. But see, I thought I brought up remembrance because I wanted to kind of touch on that with the things that we're remembering. So I go to the doctor on a regular and they test me and they, give me a spinal tap, test my brain fluid and tell me I got multiple sclerosis. All right, well... I mean, I believe him because the stuff that I've been going through, it's like, wow, this ain't how you're regularly supposed to feel. And back when I was 30 and 20 and 15, I didn't feel this way. But I knew something hit me really, really dire when I was diagnosed with MS. But the thing that I throw out there, because, you know, a lot of people that I've talked to in my daily travels, I mean, I'm a traveler. One of the people challenged me was like, you sure you got MS? I mean, how do you really know? That's a good question. I mean, you know, the doctors they gave me a few MRIs, gave me a CAT scan, they tested my brain fluid. They said I got it. But they was like, you know, you need to get a second opinion. And look, I'm always okay with getting a second opinion. But sometimes if you got some shit, you got to deal with it. So I have multiple sclerosis. And I know that the way my body feels now, like when I was 11, 12, I can remember back then, you know, I used to play baseball and have my little uniform on, and pictures came through my feed today that talked about my baseball playing when I was doing the thing. And no, I don't feel like I did when I was 15 or 12, even back then, 11. You get older, yeah, but yeah, I got MS. Now, something that I've always challenged about me having MS, you ask people during their travels, like, what are your symptoms? What made you think you had MS? That's a good question. And I wait. Because a lot of people that I talk about this ailment with, they really couldn't tell me what their ailments were. You know, they just said, well, the doctor said they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, and they tested my brain fluid, and they found out that I got MS. I'm like, okay, but what drew you to that? You know, because when people ask me, I mean, I'm an open book. I'll be transparent. I tell you what kicked off my troubles when I thought I was, because when they found that I had MS, I thought I was having a stroke. Now, look, sometimes you gotta say stuff out loud. And, you know, we most recently laid to rest one of the karaoke brothers that used to come out and kick it, my man Drew. Drew looked fine from last time I saw him. I mean, well, the time before the absolute last time I saw him, because he did look great, but you know. So, but in any event, was Drew having symptoms? I don't know. Could he have been saved? I don't know. I mean, see, the thing is, we kick it so hard when we out in these streets, man. I don't know if Drew was having symptoms? I don't know. But I'm sure the doctors said something about what was going on. Just like they said to me when I went to that emergency room, my silly ass drove myself to the emergency room while I was going through thinking I'm having a stroke, right? Now, if I was having a stroke, I could have drove through traffic and hurt some people, maimed some people, killed some people. I saw some videos where they showed people having heart attacks behind the wheel and how they crashed through traffic and just knocked people out and fucked people up really bad. I could have did that. But when I got to the hospital and the doctors were testing me, they, and I'm telling the doctor, like, look, man, I can see 2 of you right now. And they tested me. They're running these little simple battery of tests now. I always say I know, and I don't know if you all know, and if you know, you know, but I drove myself to Jackson Park. And you all insert your own joke. Everybody feels a certain type of way about Jackson Park, man. Jackson Park and Roseland. Everybody feels a certain type of way about them. If you go to Jackson Park, there's something wrong with you. I mean, my mama, rest her soul. Ooh, I miss that woman so much. I miss her because if you think I go outside the box a lot, she was the queen of outside of the box. She invented it, let me tell you. My mother, bless her, man, rest her soul. So she had heart troubles at times, and she had a heart episode. She might be 54. And oh, that damn Levi the comedian is on the feed. Uh-oh. Yeah. Levi will definitely insert his own jokes and let him be. Say everything you want to say, bro. Because, yeah. So my mom, she was in Jackson Park. I called the ambulance. They came and got her, took her to the nearest hospital. Jackson Park was the closest hospital to us. So they get her in there. She's in the room. She's in ICU. Feeding her nitroglycerin, all that stuff to help her heart. This woman called 911 from the hospital bed. She called 911 while she was in the hospital. Forgive me, y'all, I'm choking up. But she called 911 from the hospital bed to tell the police to come because these doctors and nurses was trying to let her die. Wow. What do you do when you get a call like that? I know some 911 operators. I mean, you gotta send the police to where she is because she's claiming that the doctors and the nursing staff were trying to kill her. Look here, man, and I love my mother, and I ain't never ever gonna say nothing bad about my mother. But if she felt like they was trying to kill her, she thought they was trying to kill her, and she called the police. So, yeah. Be that as it may, we go off of what the doctors tell us. But you gotta realize something, man, and I says this a lot out loud. Doctors are people. They're like me and you. They just kind of got more of they can retain more up here. Does that mean that you're not as smart as a doctor? I don't believe it. Hell, if a doctor can do it, you can do it. But they just invested their time, effort, and energy into how to memorize things. They learned a whole lot. But learning is the retention of what they read in the books that they went through in order to become doctors. So they retained all the information, and a lot of the people they know that the doctors before them who set up these training modules for them to learn and be a part of, okay. And they figured, hey, if 2 + 2 = 4 every time, then obviously 2 + 2 = 4. So math is an exact science. But is science an exact science? I'm not sure. Is being a doctor, is it an exact science? Okay, I have MS because they said they read through my brainstem fluid and it was loaded up with the things that says I do have multiple sclerosis. And then they said I do have lesions on my brain. So there's some slashes inside my mind. Literally. They're on my mind. They're on my brain. They showed them to me. Look like some damn dots. Looks like just... But my symptoms. I started this whole conversation about that. See, look at you, Tasha. Your mama was a brave lady. You know, if you know, you know. You know how we get down. And I know you definitely know how you get down because you cut from the same cloth as your mama. I bet you do it too. But let me tell you about my symptoms. And look, I don't know if these are nationally known or if this is how everybody else came to know that they had MS. But like I said, I thought I was having a stroke. My face went numb. It was like numb, like right here, all the way to like the back of my head right here, numb. Like I slammed my elbow against the edge of a desk or something. Bam, ow, it was tingling all in the back of my head. And then it went down my face. And then it came down my arm. So I'm like, oh shit. If I'm having left arm pain and stuff is tingling, this ain't regular, and I need to get my to the doctor right now. Hey, I'm sitting around looking for, because I do have some kids chewable aspirins. You know, that's what you use to thin the blood. And if you're having a heart attack, you don't need that blood to go through them thick ass arteries that then clogged up and got all this cholesterol and stuff in there, man. That's why you got to go and get checked out, man. You got to stop all the fried food. I mean, do stuff in moderation. I'm not saying never eat fried food again. Hell, I like fried chicken wings. I like fried shrimp. I like French fries. Sometimes fried food is good, but you can't sit your ass up there and eat pounds and pounds and pounds of fried food. It will kill you. And I like talking about this right now because let me get my show off on right quick and try to. Yeah. Still got some work to do, but you know, if you know, you know. I was chunky. Chunky. Yes, I was. I was about 7 beers short of a 6-pack. I'm still that. But I was a biscuit away from being overly obese. Wow. I see you, Lisa London, a.k.a. Miss Cuteness. How are you? Thank you for sharing that. Because a lot of people don't share what they had, what happened to them when they were going through their MS side effects. So, you know what? And with you saying that you had vertigo and optic neuritis, that's you know what? That's good info. Because when you say that, my mother, nearing her end of days, she was battling vertigo. And I know my mom, you know, she stopped drinking. You know, I would get her, she would drink wine. You know, they say wine is supposed to help the heart. And she would have a glass of wine on a daily basis. You know, she would try to keep that. But she was battling vertigo. And sometimes I do get lightheaded, and I wonder what the symptoms for vertigo is other than you getting dizzy and falling out. I mean, I've been dizzy before, but I know why I'm dizzy falling out. It's probably because I drank the whole fifth of fucking Hennessy. But be that as it may, that's something that I need to keep on my radar, because if I'm sitting here like today, I ain't had no Hennessy. I ain't had nothing. I went to the gym. I had me some coffee. Some iced coffee, too. It was good. But, yeah. I see you, G Wood. Bro, I don't want it. And see, you definitely are impacted for the affliction that I have, because you got me by about 2-3 inches. You about 6'5", ain't you? 6'5", 6'6", something like that. I know your ass could dunk back in the day. Probably still can. But the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And if you 6'5", about 2 and some change, yeah, we don't need you falling down, bro, because it's going to hurt when you fall. See? That's what I thought. So that's what I'm saying. How y'all supposed to play basketball? You like 6'5", dude, and that wasn't even like, in high school, you probably was a power forward. In the league, your ass is a 2-guard at best. Them brothers is larger than charge. She would like, I guard a 2-guard. I guard a center. That's Chicago, bro. We don't play. Chicago don't give no about nothing. I don't care how tall you are, how big you are, how tough you think you are. Chicago is where it's at. Right? Gee Wills, yeah, point guard. Yep, and Steph probably damn near that call. Steph Curry. D Rose. It's like, dude, how the fuck I'm supposed to stick Derrick Rose? Me? Let me go play baseball or football. I'm not about to play no damn basketball. But Lisa, thank you for sharing that. I'm really glad you did because, see, mine was the numbness in the mind, and I didn't know what was going on. And even when they gave me that spinal and I'm sitting there, the doctor's got the damn spine, the needle in my spine, talking about, okay, Mr. Sims, you can cough now, and it'll help some of the blood, the brainstem fluid come out. I was like, coughing, you got a needle in my spine. I don't even want to move. Because if I move, I could be paralyzed. So as I was on the table, they got me balled up in a little ball, and I'm, trying to get the spinal tap. Why I sneeze? I coughed, sneeze. It was like a lot of the brain fluid flew out. And she was like, ooh, do that again. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that no more. Some more flew out. It was like, okay, Mr. Sims, you give us one more good one. I'm like, no, I don't want to give you nothing. I ain't trying to do this. So I set my ass right down. I was holding my breath like, but be that as it may, it came out. And then when she showed it to me, all this clear fluid in this little bitty vial, it's like, this is your brainstem fluid. She shook it and said, I'm like, oh, so if I trip walking out of this room and I bump my head, I ain't got no fluid in there to hold my brain from bouncing into my skull, right? Because you done took a lot of it. Damn you. Give me no god dang spinal tap. Be that as it may, man. So they gave me this. I found out what my symptoms were, and with Lisa saying that everybody's symptoms are different, I received that because I didn't know, and I would ask people from time to time, how do you know what made you think you had MS? And a lot of people were already in the hospital when they got tested for it. I wasn't in no hospital. I just walked out them, I was at a very stressful job. And I don't like talking about this job much, and I ain't gonna even go into detail on this job now. I'll just say that, yeah, the job triggered me. It did. And I literally was sitting there watching an empty building. But be that as it may, it gave me some information that I needed to know. I needed to know that I have MS. So now I know how to maintain and how to move according. It's very difficult getting around with MS, y'all. See, I'm too damn stubborn. I'm like, you know what? I'm not letting this do me. Because when the doctor said that to me, the first thing, and I've mentioned this before, the first thing I thought about was Richard Pryor. And I'm like, damn, Richard Pryor got MS and it did him like that? He was in that wheelchair. I always speak on it when the man got a Lifetime Achievement Award and they put the trophy on his lap and Richard Pryor was looking at the trophy like, and he said, man, I don't get this heavy ass trophy off my goddamn lap right quick. And they went and got the trophy for him, and when they took it off of him, he looked at you. I don't want me? Fuck that. No, I ain't going out like that. So that's why I was like, I'm going to keep on pressing. That's why I go to the gym like I do. And trust me, I'm telling you, I have symptoms. My numbness pops into my mind from time to time. There are times when it feels like there's hands inside of my body squeezing my spine, just twisting me. And it's squeezing my insides, and I feel the pressure, and it's like it's making me short of breath, and I feel it. And you gotta remain. You gotta peace, be still. They say sometimes you can meditate. It'll bring down the symptoms when you're going through stressful situations. That's why I try to avoid stress at all costs, because stress is more than just, okay, I'm stressed out, I'm frowning. No. The way stress does me, it's chemical. It's a chemical imbalance that goes through it. My dog, G Wood, that's a good question, man. I meditate. And I had to stop myself. Like, I could be in the middle of, I'm a karaoke DJ. And the people for karaoke, they're not nice. They're not. The people that want to put songs in, they all feel like they could have been stars. Could have got that record deal. And they want everything to be perfect. You got to bring the music down to this level here. Put it into the key of D. Go ahead and stay in the key of D. Let me hear what you got. We all know the scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Let me hear what you got. Them fuckers don't know what the key of D is. They just want to be jackasses and give me a hard time because this the karaoke DJ and this is what you supposed to do once you get in front of the karaoke DJ. Give him a hard time. Fuck with him. Make sure he know me. He remember me. When you come fucking with me and bothering with me, That's the first way I delete you from my mind. I don't remember you no more. Because I'm too damn busy to be worried about some knucklehead that you're only supposed to be singing for fun, for karaoke. Or practice. I mean, look, I'm saying a little bit. I'll blow the doors off this mug. You know I will. But it's more about, I want the people to come and enjoy. And do something off your bucket list. You know, public speaking is hard. People don't like public speaking. So public singing, oh my God, you know dang on well, that's rough. And that's where a lot of people, they struggle from. Trying to publicly be in front of people on a microphone. That's why folks get on the microphone, they just start cursing and, fuck that shit, bitch, I'm cold, bitch. Yeah. You know how I feel about profanity. Profanity is the cherry on top of the ice cream. Don't overdo it, because if you took a handful of cherries and put it on your little scoop of ice cream, if you like cherries, that's cool, but after a while, you be like, all this damn cherry in here, I ain't got no damn vanilla. Just put one, and then come back and get more later. Put a couple, and come back later. Don't overload yourself with anything, because too much of anything is a bad thing. Too much air, you suffocate. Too much water, you drown. Too much food, you become obese. You can cause a choking hazard. A lot of things happen to you when you're doing too much. What about too much money? Even too much money can be a bad thing. Because if you get too much money, somebody gonna want to take it from you. And they're gonna want to take it while you got it in your possession. And I'm sure they will put one between your eyes if they can get every penny that you got if you're that rich. So, too much of anything is a bad thing. Be careful. And that's what I do. And that's why I go to too much of the gym. I want to go to the gym every day, but I don't. I take a day off in here in between every now and again. But that's because I physically have to. The MS side effects. But I don't mind talking about it, because if I can help you avoid stepping on the landmine, I will. So one of the first things I noticed, I had the numbness. I thought I was having a stroke. The numbness in my face, the numbness in my head, the numbness going up and down my arm. I started having double vision. You know, trying to get to the hospital, I had to drive one eye open, because when I opened them both, I saw double. So, and when I'm going through things, like I said, I feel the inside of my body like somebody got hands on my spine, twisting and squeezing. That's what it feels like inside of me when I'm having an MS symptom, a flare-up. But I can't let that stop me, because I do too much. I'm too damn noticeable. I'm too important. When I'm in these lounges, I'm doing the karaoke thing. Nobody does karaoke like me. And I'm not dissing none of my peers. Do it your way. I want y'all to be great at what you're doing, because I'm just that much greater, let me tell it. And I believe in me. I don't need nobody else to tell me. I believe in me. I'm the greatest karaoke DJ alive. Let me tell it. But be that as it may, MS is hard to deal with while you're trying to do the regular things. So, what can you do to prevent MS? Nothing. I mean, if you got it, you got it. It's autoimmune. So it's probably something that's been laying dormant in you. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened to me, that it's been laying dormant in me. And I don't know my father's history. So that's when, I be seeing brothers, and you be watching these TV shows. The brothers of today, they're staying around. And I talk to my kids on a regular. I let them know, hey, look, I got the sugars. I'm a diabetic. Your grandmother, my mother, rest her soul, she was diabetic. Her mother, your great-grandma, she was diabetic. So hopefully it skips a generation, but it's a chance that it could fall on my kids too. So I tell them, watch your sugar intake. Be careful, pay attention. I make sure as a good dad, I'm giving them what I know. And I let them know what I'm going through and how it impacts me and how it makes me feel. I want them to know. So if they're seeing similar things, then they need to get ahead of the ball. That's right. That's right, Lisa London. It's dormant until it's triggered. And I truly believe that it was triggered in me because I had a really bad job, a piss poor ass job. I'll just leave it there. And that job pushed me into the stress. So, what can you do to figure out how to handle your ailments? Whatever the ailment is, peace be still. You have to take a moment and think about it. Okay, this is what happens when I have MS symptoms flare up. You know, do I need to be at home if it happens? What happens if I'm on the street? You get yourself prepared so you understand what you're dealing with. And then you weather that storm. Excuse me, y'all. Weather that storm. Don't give up. Dude, if I told you the pains that I'm in right now, it probably may not be no different than yours, but every day, when I sleep, I'm in pain. When I wake up, I'm in pain. When I go to the store, I'm in pain. When I go to karaoke, I'm in pain. When I'm singing on the microphone, I'm in pain. But pain is an excuse. It's something to let you know that there's something wrong wherever the pain is, and you need to get on that and focus on it to fix it. And that's definitely what I've been doing, and I'm going through the process. But it is what it is. So keep pressing, and I'm going to keep pushing. And I will not stop long enough for this ailment to take me over and to cripple me and to have me on my knees and my back or whatever. Fuck that. I'm fighting it. I'm going to fight it till I can't fight it no more. And that's what we do. So, what is it that you can do to help you get beyond any ailments that you're dealing with? I mean, I use mental health a lot because we going through it, man. People are sad today. The brothers are sad today. You know, I'm in a group on Facebook. It's pretty cool. It's a group for African American men who are battling mental health. You know, African American men who they need a little bit of help. Somebody to listen. Somebody to be there. And the day I joined the group, because I don't frequent it every day, it's not like I got to go in there and I don't even run my own group like that. And I have a couple of groups that I need to push forward. And I'm just going to rename one of them, so I'll let you know. You're right, Lisa. And there should be no shame or embarrassment for anyone who has MS, unless you're talking about being on the microphone. Now that, and you shouldn't even be embarrassed about that. Just let your head down and have a good time. But be that as it may, if you're battling MS, there's no reason to be ashamed of it or any of those things. Screw that. You got dealt a bad hand. But you can survive it and you can get past it. You just got to weather the storm and do what's necessary. I think going to the gym helps me because, again, there's times when I feel almost immobile, where I can't move, I can't get around. And sometimes it can happen when I'm sitting still. I could be sitting at let's say the Falcon Inn. I'm going to stop using City Life because I'm there Thursday, but use all my spots. What if I'm sitting at the Falcon Inn and I can't move? That's happened before. But I'm just too stubborn to sit there and be like, oh God, I need help. Get your ass off your shoulders and get up. And I get up. And, you know, sometimes people, they may see me when I get up. At the Falcon, there's a jukebox that's in the wall to my right. Excuse me, y'all. There's a ATM to my left, but it's a little further over. Sometimes I have to use the jukebox to pull myself up out of my seat to get on my feet. I'm tired. I'm going through it. I got the symptoms. MS is real. MS is very, very hard to manage if you don't understand. So I'm doing everything to get better so that I can understand. I don't want MS to be my end of days. You know, this floated around a little bit on the internet too. There's so much stuff I be wanting to throw at you all, and I will as I come back. Yeah, people are, when you're dealing with MS, man, I got a little sidetracked, y'all, and I just recognize your symptoms, and if you don't know, ask somebody. Let people know what you're dealing with. The days of suffering in silence, don't do that, man. If you're somebody that's sick and you going to do something, tell me about it. Talk to me. I hear you, Lisa London. Yeah, you know I'm fly, man. I got to get a good cane. I mean, I am using my mother's old cane for right now. You know, and I kind of it connects me with her as I take steps with her cane. I got it in my hand. You know, I remember walking her down the street as she was walking with the cane. Parking space, yeah, I can believe that. But I ain't letting them see me sweat. If you know, you know. But that don't stop me. I refuse to stop. Only thing that's gonna stop me is death. And I ain't looking for that no time soon. But we need to remember things, y'all. Remembrance is what I was talking about today. That's the state recovering. And I started off, I mentioned Malcolm Jamal a little bit. I mean, Ozzy Osbourne lost his life. Hulk Hogan, wow. And I will say this about Hulk Hogan out loud. A lot of people, fuck him, he was racist. Everybody got, opinions are like assholes, everybody got one. And if that's how you feel, fine, that's how you feel. But I became interested in wrestling because of Hulk Hogan. You know, I used to watch him. Me and my brother used to watch AWA wrestling on Channel 26 back in the day before it moved down to 50 and then back to 26 and all that. So we would always watch it, you know, my brother, and he'd always get me. He'd be like, all right, little bro, you are the bad guys, I'm all the good guys, no changes. Man, I want to be the But when he do that, then Hulk Hogan come out, I'm all the good guys, I'm the good guy, yay! I dug Hulk Hogan back before he started the racist stuff, man. You know, it made me want to be a wrestler. And I tried to be a wrestler too, y'all. I got a story about that. And you want to hear about it? Hit me in the inbox and I'll say the whole story. Matter of fact, when I do my book, because I do believe I am going to do a book. And I'm probably looking within the next couple of years because I can still remember everything now. What happens when I'm 62 and I can't remember none of this stuff? No, I'm going to do a book. But, man, I talk about everything. You know me. I'm this is a mind over matter. You're absolutely right, my dear. Mind over matter. Because I ain't giving up. Yeah, I got MS, so what? Any event. Got to know what you're willing to deal with, man. And do it and be great at it. You know, don't give up. I don't like to see people give up. Unless it's, you know, you in mixed martial arts, MMA, and somebody got you in a hole that's killing you, yeah, you better give up on that. But for life, don't give up. I know things get difficult. Things get stressful. Piss you off. Don't quit though. Just try it a different way. Get yourself a different angle to go in. Different lane in life. It'll help. But do not quit up. Do not quit. Do not give up. I refuse. You know, I'm in a difficult situation now with the location that I'm using. But I'm going to continue. I'm going to survive it. Remembrance. Keep your mind sharp. Pay tribute to those that's gone, that's not here anymore. Let yourself go a little bit. It's okay to remember them. Remember stuff from back when you was 16. Take a minute, go down memory lane. I like to do this. I call it a mental trip through time. And I'm basically, in my mind, excuse me, man. But in my mind, I jump in a time machine, and I travel anywhere that I want to. I mean, I always said I want to go back to ancient Egypt to go see if Cleopatra was really that fine, but I ain't really thinking about Cleopatra. I would love to go back to like 1963 and see how my parents met. You know, see how my dad talked my mom into giving her his number and whatever they did. The things I'm going through on Facebook with trying to log in. Look, it's all in fun, and we got to remember these things. And then you celebrate them when you're done, man. I mean, when I get to talk to my grandchildren, if I ever have any, or if I get to talk to a group of kids and what was it like being on the radio? Man, let me tell you. I don't mind sharing that story. It's a good story to be on the radio. It's not bad. You know, I got other things I've done. I played in Little League Baseball. I played in semi-pro ball. I had a chance to interview some famous wrestlers and stuff. You want to remember those things. But your memory is very key into you getting to what you're trying to do in life. If you're trying to get a better job, you're going to have to remember the things that they're asking you for so you can qualify for the better job. Get your mind right, y'all. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. So you can have the world at your disposal. And in closing, y'all, it is all in fun. Don't let the world steal your joy. I have a lot of people that set out when they see me, they're looking to steal joy. But I'm like, but man, Ferris Williams. Here come bad news talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Shit. Because I could probably warn you, I'ma be just fine. No offense to you, wasting all your time. That's why I'm happy. Ha ha! No matter what I go through, y'all, I'm gonna be happy. Whether you like it or not. This your boy D Silk, aka Darian America, the United States Champion of Justice, fixing America's issues one state at a time. Make sure you join me, y'all. Like, subscribe to this podcast. Bigger things coming. We're looking to build content. If you're looking to be on Awesome 90.9, inbox me. Hit your boy up. God bless you. I love you. We done. What's up, TikTok? Yeah, I got y'all on the feed today. Trying to do something different, man. Be down with your boy. This is the Darian America Podcast, Breakfast at Silky's, brought to you by Awesome 90.9 WSLK, the American Silk Radio Network, where it's always all silk, all the time. Sponsored in part by Q's Lounge, 8404 South Kedzie, the home of that smooth karaoke mothership each and every Tuesday night, 6:30 start time. Come and do Taco Tuesday with us. Drink specials. My man Twan Cruz is behind the bar, and the Black Fire Brigade is in the building. That's Q's Lounge, y'all, 8404 South Kedzie. Join me each Tuesday, 6:30 start time. Also, City Life Lounge, the home of that smooth karaoke mothership each and every Thursday night, 8 o'clock start time. Tell a friend, bring a friend, and finally, the Falcon Inn, 1605 East 53rd Street on Friday nights, 9 o'clock start time. Don't meet me there, beat me there. I will see y'all soon. God bless you, I love you. We done. What's up, YouTube? Hey, man, we getting it together. Thank you for bearing with me. If you like this podcast, like, subscribe, share. If you want to be a part of Awesome 90.9 WSLK, send me an email, AmericanSilkRadio@gmail.com. That's AmericanSilkRadio@gmail.com. God bless you. I love you. Done.